Tune in and see what's going on. Listen up for all the news.
It's your show, yes, it's yours and mine. Never hidden away.
We're loud and visible.
Hello and welcome to Loud and Visible, our digital lockdown special. This is Mark.
And this is Lisa.
On this special lockdown edition of Loud and Visible, we have two special guests joining us. Janine Turnbell from Northumbria Police.
And Vicky T from Friends Action North East.
Hello to you both.
Hi. Hello.
Hello to you both, and thank you so much for joining us. So Janine, we have some questions for you all about the lockdown and the policing during these challenging times. Do you think the plurality of the general public have been obeying the lockdown rules?
Well, as you know, Lisa, I can only speak on behalf of the Northumbria police area, which is where I work, and particularly Newcastle. And I would say, yes, I think we have done really, really well. The majority of the people respect what's going on and respect what a difficult and unique situation we're in, and have done really, really well, and have respected the rules like people generally do in the Northeast. I think we're a great region and a great community and very respectful. So yeah, I'm really impressed about how things have gone.
Has crime dropped during the lockdown?
Yeah, crime dropped significantly during the lockdown. Obviously, a lot of the pubs and the nightclubs were totally shut, so we didn't see any of what we call nighttime economy incidents, which is often drink-related crimes and assaults on door staff and handbags being stolen, etc. So that dropped significantly. Levels of antisocial behaviour really dropped because people were staying in houses, and a lot of the crimes fell as well because obviously people were in their homes more and around more and out and about more and not leaving their properties. So yes, crime across the board did drop. Hate crime, which I know yourselves are really interested in, hate crime did drop slightly, and that is again because people aren't out and about as much, and maybe the people who are out and about abusing people on the street weren't there. But also it could be because disabled people were staying in their houses more and not going out and about to groups. Obviously there was an issue for us. It's a difficult topic, but around domestic abuse, that is still a worrying issue for us, because an abuse of children and maybe abuse of vulnerable people in care situations, and people are then stuck with their abusers 24 hours a day, which is a really, really nasty situation for people. So we have worked really hard in terms of safeguarding to make sure people know how to reach out and get help when it's needed.
How many people in the Northeast have been fined for breaking the lockdown rules?
Because we engage first and then we explain, encourage, and then as a final step enforce, we've actually not given out lots and lots of fines because most people will listen when we explain to them and when we engage with them. Most people have just left. We don't want to have to fine people. So most, as I've said in the first question, most people have respected the rules, so we haven't had to give a huge number of fines. Obviously, there are the small minority of people who were still having house parties and mixing households, but that was a very, very small minority of the public.
What do you think people will learn from this experience?
Well, I don't know about you, Mark, but I've really felt a strong sense of community, which is lovely. I'm very community orientated. I started working on this team in 2010, but before that I was a neighbourhood beat manager in the Leamington and Newbiggin Hall area, and I've always believed in communities and communities working together, and that we do have more in common than what divides us, which is an amazing Joe Cox quote that actually all of us have in common that need for community, that need
Yeah.
for support, that need
Yeah.
for solidarity. And I think it's been lovely seeing all the doorstep claps for carers, all the rainbows and
Yeah.
toys and windows, and just the mutual aid groups that we've got going on. I'm part of the North Tyneside group, and I work with the Gosforth and biker groups as well, and
Yeah.
the West End groups, just getting
Yeah.
things to people who need them. And, you know, everyday people have been ringing up and donating toiletries and dropping things off for people. And around our estate in North
Yeah.
Tyneside, people have been doing things and helping each other. So I think what people have learned is that material things aren't important. Looking
No.
great and lovely clothes aren't important. And I
Yeah.
have to say, they're the kinds of things that you guys in the Twisting Ducks know about. I don't think you put looks and cool clothes
No.
before anything else. You put friendship first,
Yeah.
and love and care. And
Yeah.
I think the community is seeing how that is really, really important, like looking out for each other, looking out for your friends,
Yeah.
and how important it is just to be able to see your family and your loved ones as well. That's
Yeah.
more important than the latest phone and the latest
Yeah,
item
yeah.
of clothing. So I think that's what we've learned, and hopefully that looking out for each other and looking out for your neighbour, and maybe
Yeah.
looking out for the adult who lives on your street who has a learning disability, looking out for the old person down the road who can't get out. Hopefully
Yeah.
that will stay and people will keep looking out for each other in the future.
The elderly and vulnerable people that have been feeding inside for 12 weeks,
Yeah.
will they be allowed back outside now?
There have been some, and again, it's all very confusing for some people, but there have been some recommendations that people shielding can now leave the house for up to an hour. However, some people still feel they want to stick to the original recommendations of staying inside until the 30th of June. And I think it really is an absolutely personal choice. My father's shielding, as he's got multiple health issues. One of the main things that would affect him with coronavirus is his breathing and his lung capacity. So he still isn't happy to leave the house and even go in the car places. Although I do know other people that are now leaving the house for an hour, but still trying to keep themselves safe and not come into contact with anyone else. So I think it is a real personal choice. And I would definitely say for people shielding, the police are there to help and protect the most vulnerable in society. So we would never be prosecuting vulnerable people. We would be talking to them and making sure that they are safe. So people who are shielding, maybe watching this video, please know that the police are there to help you, to support you, to keep you safe. And I think it very much is an individual choice. And maybe speak to your GPs and your family about it and see what they think about you leaving and how safe you would be. A lot of people don't feel safe until there's a vaccination, and that's the situation my family's in at the moment. So I guess it's very, very personal and individual.
One last question, if it's okay to share.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think the public toilets will open again?
Oh, dear me. I think I need to be the Prime Minister to know that one, don't I? I'm not really sure, because at the moment things are just happening very, very gradually. I think non-essential businesses are looking to open soon and are putting methods in place. We're still being told that public toilets will remain closed, and that is just around the hygiene risk and trying to understand coronavirus. Certainly, if I hear any information, if the council let us know any details about public toilets opening, I'll certainly pass that on to you. But at the moment, I haven't got any idea, and I'm not really able to comment at all. I don't have that information. It seems to be that things are changing so much every week, and the Prime Minister seems to give us updates at the end of the week. So there might be some information on that coming up soon. I know hairdressers and beauty salons are looking to open from the 6th of July, if all goes well. So I'm not sure if that would be the date for the toilets as well. But certainly, as soon as I hear any information, you'll be the first to know from me.
So, Janine, when the lockdown is over, what is the first thing you're going to do?
I'll get together and have a big party, I think, and a big dance, and everyone will be able to
Yeah.
cuddle and hug and just get together in each other's houses as well. So I think that's the first thing I'll do, hug a friend.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. You stay safe.
What should you do if you were contacted online by somebody you don't know?
Right. So, and Mark, this actually happens a lot more than people realise. So I'd say the first thing is obviously, you know, if you don't know them, don't respond to the contact. Depending on what social media platform you're on, or if it's an email. So for example, if it's Facebook, you can block the person. So essentially that's stopping them from contacting you any further. If the type of contact they're sending to you is sort of anything to be worried about, then you can report them. So I think most of the social media platforms give you that option to report the person. And then obviously, you know, if you're worried or if it's something that you're concerned about, I'd always say, you know, speak to someone else you trust, because it's always good to get a second opinion.
How do you know if a news story you see online is real or fake?
Oh, okay, that's a really good question, Mark. There's a lot, particularly it seems at the minute, a lot of news stories and, you know, articles that float around online that are completely fake, or, you know, someone's just made them up for whatever reason, and they look really believable, Mark. I mean, you know, you might have seen them yourself, and the way they're presented, and they've got the BBC logo on them, or Sky News, or some other news agency, and even when you click on the link, it can often take you to a website or another page that looks very genuine. So I'd say the first bit of advice is, you know, don't share something unless you're sure that it's a genuine story. But better than that would be to actually check. So you can go to various websites, like if you pop into Google, you can Google, oh, check this news story, or is this fake or real? Or you can go direct to a website. So there's a website called Fact Check. So Fact Check. Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it, Mark? Fact Check. Not Fact Check. Factcheck.org, and you can basically type in there and it will tell you if the news story's real or if it's fake. So but it's I think it's a real problem, Mark, and it's hard to know, isn't it, if something's real or fake.
How can you make sure you're being safe on social media?
A big problem is that with social media, it's changing all the time. So the way social media works, and you know, they'll do an update, and then before you know it, something's changed, and you've not been made aware of it. So I'd say the first thing is to check your security settings. And all the social media, you know, whether it's WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all have security settings, so you can check them and make sure that you've got the highest security settings checked. And alongside that is your privacy settings. So that would be, for example, like what you were saying before about getting contacted by somebody you didn't know. You could update your privacy settings and make it so that you only get contact from genuine friends and family. Alongside that, I'd say, don't share your password with anybody. And also don't share anything online that is private or personal. So, you know,
if you were going on holiday. And you turn around and say, sorry, your house is empty. Straight away they're going to get in there.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Absolutely. Because even if you've got, say, you've got the highest security settings and you think, oh, well, my privacy settings are, you know, the best they can be, there's somebody out there is going to be able to find a way to look at your information. And like you said, if you put a post up, you know, or off on holiday for 2 weeks, and then further down your page, you've got a photo of you at your
The
front
house is empty.
Yeah. You're basically
know.
saying, oh, come and burgle me, come and burgle me.
Which
So,
is not a good idea.
And then obviously Mark's personal stuff as well. So, you know, I don't know if you've got like a quite a private photograph, for example.
Yeah.
That, you know, and you might share it with somebody that you trust. You know, say it's you and your girlfriend out and about. But obviously, once you send something or share something, even if it's private, that it's still out there on the internet, and potentially it could get out of that person's hand and be seen by hundreds, thousands of people all over the world. So I think it's, you know, keep private and personal stuff off the internet. I think that's a good way to look at it, really.
Yeah. On a personal level, what have you missed during the lockdown?
It's a difficult question, Mark. I'd probably say just being able to see my mum and dad and give them a hug. I think that's been really difficult. So yeah, I have really missed that.
It's been difficult. I think it's been difficult for most people because all they want to do is just get out of the house, but obviously they can't do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think obviously I was listening to you talking to Janine as well. So I think it's, you know, it's looking hopeful that things will keep improving and keep going in the right direction. So but we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Thank you, Vicky, for coming on today.
Thank you, Mark. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
And now, over to Zoe, who's going to be talking to Spectrum for your company.
Thanks, Mark. Well, I'm here today with Leah from Spectrum. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Zoe.
So what is Spectrum?
Well, Spectrum is Newcastle's autism theatre company. We make plays and films about what's important to us and other people with autism.
That sounds good. So what has Spectrum been doing during lockdown?
Well, we've been really busy with getting creative at home. Here's a video that we made about some of the things that we've been doing during lockdown.
Oh, great, let's take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Leah and I wanted to make this video of my top tips to keep yourself busy during this lockdown. So here are a few top tips. That's so dramatic in Hollyoaks. Thank you for watching my top tips to keep yourself busy during this lockdown. Stay safe and stay in.
That was brilliant. Thank you, Leah. So what have Spectrum Theatre Company got in the pipeline?
We are now running creative storytelling workshops online. Here is a video that we made about our workshops.
Hi, we're Spectrum,
Newcastle's Autism Theatre Company. We're excited to tell you about our new creative writing, poetry and spoken word project, Perspectives.
funded by the Arts Council England, made possible by players of the National Lottery.
Thank you.
Perspectives will be running for the next 5 months to give people with autism the chance to explore creative writing, spoken word and poetry.
We will also be creating and live streaming 5 showcase performances to the whole world.
We can't wait to share
our voices,
our imagination,
our stories,
our humour,
our ideas,
our dreams,
our perspectives.
Events will be live streamed on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
But wait, there's more.
We are also running 5 creative writing and spoken word workshops for adults with learning disabilities or autism. And we want you to get involved.
There will be monthly workshops.
If you'd like to take part at one of our free workshops, you'll also get to perform at one of our live stream open mic events.
So what are you waiting for?
Book your place now at www.twistedducks.co.uk/events.
Thanks for watching. You can find all the links below this video.
Wow, that's great. Thank you, Leah.
Thank you for having me on this show. I've really enjoyed it.
I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Blonde Invisible, and we'll see you next time.
We're loud.